I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it in back bay. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Boo signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things, don't even have a deal, yeah, I battle through these.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Giannouloudis, and I thank you guys for tuning in today. Each week, we want to bring you something to spark you for the week ahead and to help you create the progress that you're looking for. And to do that, we each need to rely on our strength, because it takes strength for each of us every single day to get up and keep moving forward in whatever route we're going. And it takes strength to try and find what works for us that helps us move forward. But the more you dive into it, or the more you look for it, you truly start to see how strong people actually are. And you start to learn how strong you actually are. And that's what I want to show you today. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss a once a week message that's coming at you every single Sunday. But I really want to get into this message, so let's dive in. Because this entire message came to me the other day when I was having a phenomenal conversation with a great friend of mine. And this person is strong. You can feel that energy when you're just around them. They're extremely driven and independent to where if something comes to mind that they want, they can just jump into action and figure out how to get it, or they can create a plan to begin the steps to get there. There's no limitation in their thought process whatsoever. It's so powerful to be around. But it made me think, what makes the difference? How great would it feel for you to think and act without limitation coming to mind and stopping you? You could accomplish or achieve whatever you wanted to. But why do we all allow that limitation to come to mind first? And the more I sat on this, the more I started to see how our experiences and the perspective we have of those experiences create the strength we either tap into or we just let fade away. We are all strong. We are all driven. It's just a matter of how you look at yourself. To be independent and move forward on your goals shows your ability to rely on a strength deep inside each of us. And to break that down for you, independence. It's an inward essence that you depend on. The struggles we go through create the strength we can stand on in life. The fires that we walk through grow a part in us that we learn to rely on. Our strength grows in us the more that we see that. But if you look at everything as a limitation to you, you miss out on how strong you can actually be. The only difference between those who have risen to a higher place, either in mindsets, financial status, physical aspect, spirituality, or just life in general, is that they learned that there is a deeper part to rely on in them. The scriptures point us in that direction just as much. Regardless of the background that you may come from, what walk of life you come from, history tells us that the human spirit is and will forever be the strongest part of all of us. We are more than conquerors. We're called to the greater because we have the greater within us. But if we don't have a practice or a want to tap into that inner strength, we allow the limitations of this world to cloud our minds and just lock us down. We are meant for so much more than that. You are meant for so much more than that. If you can take a look back at the experiences that you've walked through and truly ask yourself what you gained from those moments. Don't look at them through a lens of malice or aggression or of how could they say that or do that to me, but look at them from a much higher place. A place of knowing you gained a strength through that because you survived it and made it to today. That's strength. Knowing that what you walked through brought a lesson and a refining to make you better today. Everything that we've been through has been helping us walk on our own 2 feet every single day of our lives. And when we choose to take that step to create something greater in our lives, knowing we have that ability and that strength to direct our life where we want it to go, we have that independence and that drive. And at that point, nothing stops us anymore. I love hearing or reading about the stories that people walk out, whether it's in the history books or it's someone that you talk to on a daily basis, or maybe it's even the person in the mirror. But when you can truly take a step back and look at it, each of our stories is telling us that we all have greater in us, and it is our duty to rely on that greater. Any accomplishment, any perseverance, any moment that you've been through shows us that we are strong. And it is our duty to see that strength and move forward through all of life experiences. Think about it. You are meant for more. No limitation can stop that part of us, but we need to learn and elevate ourselves to rely on the greater within us. That's when we see that strength begin to grow, but we need to allow it to. We need to transcend, as we talked about a few weeks ago. When your thoughts rise, you see yourself and your experiences in a whole new light. That's when your strength shows. And how do we do that? We give time for yourself. Start practicing seeing the greater in you rather than the lack the world or others tell you about. That's true independence. Thinking for yourself with a capital S. And to save from experiences, oh my goodness, you never go backwards after that. It's too good to let go of. But to bring all of that back, independence, you're depending on something greater in you. See what that is for yourself. You'll never regret that decision. Whether you do it through meditation, through prayer, through a run, maybe a walk in the woods, maybe it's journaling for you. Whatever your practice is, whatever your practice becomes, start it after this video and see what you uncover. The greater in all of us is just waiting. It's just waiting to be tapped into. But you just need to start. I'm going to cap it off right there, guys. But I hope this message rings clear that you are strong and you're meant for so much more. The limitations begin to fade away when you begin to see yourself in that light. But if you guys have questions or comments or how this can become clearer for you, reach out today. Comment below or find me on social media, and I'm going to be right there for you. And if you're interested in diving just a little bit deeper, January 20th, 2022, in Mansfield, Massachusetts, we're holding a self-improvement seminar. You can grab your tickets with the link in the description on YouTube. I hope that I see you guys there. I want to help you and guide you along these steps. But please like this message on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button below, share this message to someone who you feel needs to find that strength in them, and subscribe to Once a Week if you haven't already. And lastly, if you or anyone you know is in need of a life coach to help them or you tap into the greatest part of all of us, please head to BillyGLifeCoaching.com and you can set up a free strategy session with me. I'm going to be right there for you. I cannot wait for it. Bye. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next week.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is wearing